Yo, what's good people? So I know what you're thinking. You, Gabe, meat eater, gone vegan? Haha, drop me out, mate. And for the most part, you would be correct. But let me explain. So yes, I went vegan for 30 days. But here's the reasons why. So these are the reasons why I decided to do it. One, a lot of people kind of like just dismiss it without trying it. So I was like, I am a firm believer of don't knock it till you tried it. The other thing was I watched Mike Rashid's video. So Mike Rashid is vegan now. The thing that he said about veganism that triggered my receptors.
He said you have no structural damage. So that pain you're feeling is inflammation. That could be two things. One, stress. One, what I'm putting into my body.
The other reason was dairy. I can't remember the exact percentage, but a large percentage of the population is lactose intolerant. But we punish ourselves with dairy and stuff. Cheese is just so good. Then the other thing was I watched What the Health. Warranted I did watch it eating Morley's chicken wings. But nonetheless, I watched it. And there was one bit that just, it made me sick. It almost stopped me from eating the chicken wings. Almost. It was with the cow was on one of the conveyor belts. Dead cow was on the conveyor belt and it had a big abscess on his leg. And they cut it open and the pus just went everywhere. Oh. And I didn't see anyone reach to clean anything off, like anything. And I was like, yo, that's disgusting. And then the last point is the way that the meat industry is now kind of like, it's turned into a corporation.
Many are scalded alive in the feather removal tanks. Cattle are castrated, have their horns chopped off, and are repeatedly branded, all without painkillers. Many pigs become ill or injured, but are not put out of their misery because as long as they're still alive, they have a chance of generating profits for the company if they can make it to slaughter.
It's not how I feel it used to be where, you know, you'd have farms, people would like look after the animals and, you know, like they'd then take them to slaughter. There was a process for sustenance. It wasn't like breed as much as possible. Like as soon as this greedy world gets hold of something that works, it just push it, and try and like get as much as they can out of it until the point where it just implodes. And it's the sad truth, which is the other reason why I was like, let me try this and see whether it changes my perspective on things. But anyway, I thought it would be more interesting if I did this as a full day of eating. So let's go and get breakfast. You can see what I've been having on a regular basis for this 30 days. You know what to do. Smash the ting, yeah? And if you need supplements, there's 35% off my protein using link in the description.
What?
Anyway, so I start my morning off with I call it power shake. So just something really quick and easy but high calories to kind of get, I wouldn't even say the bulk of it, but a decent amount of like protein, carbs or whatever. And this is something that I used to do anyway. I just switched out the whey protein for a vegan isolate. And that is basically soy protein, instant oats, chia seeds, peanut butter, and agave nectar, which is organic sweetener from Blue Weber agave plant, light, amber and mild, great in hot drinks and cereals. Oh yeah, let's not forget the banana. Final ingredient. So I basically do between 1.5 to 2 scoops of protein. I do 1 heaped scoop of oats, a couple teaspoons of chia seeds, about a tablespoon or so of peanut butter, the whole banana, and then about 15 grams of the agave nectar. And viola.
Me. Let me go. No. That down.
Get down. Why?
Because the play.
Come and play?
Yeah.
I need to do a bit of work first and I'll come and play. Yeah? I'll do a bit of work then I'll come and play. So as part of this experiment, I wanted to answer a number of questions. Number one was, how did it affect me? How did the whole vegan diet for 30 days affect me, my mood, everything? So, firstly, I'll say that there was better gut health. Like, I felt like my stomach wasn't like hurting all the time. That being said, I spend more time on the toilet than ever before. I'm pooping like crazy. Some people complain about like bloating and stuff, but I think that's because they go like all in, like instantly. Like they get every single vegetable they can think of on the planet and they're putting everything into their meal. So of course their fiber levels have gone through the roof. They're just congested and bloated and that kind of thing. But I took it a bit easier. I was looking for meat replacements first, and I started introducing the vegetables and blah, 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 blah. In terms of what I actually wanted, which was the reduction of inflammation in the joints and stuff, I didn't really notice anything. It might just be me, or there wasn't much inflammation around the joints anyway, but I didn't really notice anything. But I'll tell you the maddest thing. All right, so I didn't even notice this. This wasn't even something that I was looking at. I was like, I recorded a video, bodybuilder does gymnastics. If you haven't seen it, go check it out because it is epic. It was part 2 and I was doing handstands. And there's this little patch on the back of my head where my sister said it's... I can't remember what she called it, but it was something, it's inevitable. You know, it runs in the family. My dad has it, like this bit goes first or whatever. And I was watching back that gymnastics video and I was like, rah, like it's actually not as thin anymore. That can't be because of this. And I'm like, but that's the only thing that I've changed. Because then I look back at other videos and I'm like, right, like you can seriously see it there. And I look back at this one and I'm just like, no, it's actually not that bad. I don't know, go figure. But yeah, my skin just feels a lot better. Everything just feels a lot better. And I think that's for a couple of reasons, but I'm gonna come to that in the conclusion at the end. Anyway, it's time for meal number 2, which is kind of like mid-morning lunch. I'd normally train and then I'd have this, but from filming the tutorial about doing the flipping seated row wrong, I went and messed up my entire back, my whole back seized up. So no gym today. I've got to go and see the physio if I've got any chance of doing boxing tonight. And yeah, so for anyone in that video that was saying, oh no, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't matter about form. No, my whole back. So just went to the shop to get a few bits. Guess what I just seen is vegan friendly. It's kind of a bit rubbish that I've only just figured this out, but I'm happy nonetheless. Yes. Look. Oi, come on mate, it's Chef Mike again. So cut the plantain, you need to fry it. Then you're gonna cut some onions and some mushrooms. But don't forget to take the plantain out, otherwise it will burn. When you've done that, add the onions and the mushrooms into a pan. You're gonna need some vegetable stock, tiny bit. Some chilies, tiny bit, don't burn your tongue. Don't forget the garlic granules. Stir it all together. Nice. Now put the fish fingers in the oven. These are high protein, very tasty. Add the beans to the mix. Cut the bread delicately, succulently, caressly. Is that a word? I don't know. But look after it. Get some dairy-free butter. Very tasty. Can't tell the difference. Some dairy-free cheese. And voila. Your meal is complete. High calories, high protein. Then enjoy it with the family. Munch time.
I am Jackson Storm. Hey, get back here.
Yo.
Dad, on Dad. Let's go.
No, never. So while I'm eating this, I'm going to explain that some of the things that I found hard, and then we'll probably talk about the rest of it when I get back. But just before that, pre-workout wise. So I've got my pre-workout, I'm actually using this. I was looking on the back to see whether there's anything that would like not be vegan, and I couldn't find anything. So I was wondering why they had a vegan pre-workout, but I couldn't find anything, so I've still been using this one. This one, I tried it once. It doesn't taste that bad, but I was just like, I might as well have just drunk juice. I felt nothing. And then I also have these. These are like so sick. So the first issue that I found, protein. But when I tell you, the first day that I tried it, I was like, I got this on lock. You know, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna aim for like 5 meals during the day. I'm gonna make sure that each one like is like full of vegetables and vegan stuff. I finished the day, I was full. I was so full. And I hit half, just over half of my protein for the day. I had to kind of take a step back and just analyze things a little bit differently and kind of look at it as though it was my normal meals that I normally have, but I'm finding a protein source to replace the protein that I'm not getting from the meat. And then on top of that, add the vegetables and all that kind of stuff, which some of the vegetables and some of the beans and chickpeas and stuff like that will have protein in them. Chickpeas are very high in protein. Time to cook, I was finding a problem, but it was only a problem because I didn't know what to cook. Once you know what to cook and you know how to piece things together, then it's just like cooking any other meal. And you know what the other maddest thing is? I was in Asda and I was like, all right, so I want Pringles. So I went to go pick up the salt and vinegar flavor. How is a salt and vinegar flavor not vegan? Then I pick up the smoky bacon flavor and those are vegan. What the actual flip? But time is ticking and I need to head out. So let's continue this after boxing, yeah? It's that ASMR shit, right? Listen to me chew. How about this corn? One of the things that I didn't mention earlier about how it made me feel is I don't feel as sluggish. What I did find difficult was finding basically the meat replacements that they have. So like, you know, they'll have like, I don't know, vegan fish fingers, corn fish fingers. Bro, I got the corn fish fingers. I forgot to look at the back of the packet. I just thought, you know, the corn, they're talking about high protein and all that kind of stuff. Per serving, it was something like 4.5, no, less than that. It was like something like 3.7 grams of protein per serving. I was like, what is this? But then that's what I started finding. Unless you find something called seitan, that's probably the highest protein thing. So, and that's hard to find here. Wagamamas do a really good seitan katsu curry. Very nice. Oh, I like that one. Last meal of the day, which is after boxing, the last thing I really want to be doing is like cooking. So this company, Vibrant Vegan, they sent me some free meals just to try out, not branded or anything, but they are really good meals. So this one's a Tokyo chicken katsu, which, like I was saying before, seitan, because like, check the protein on this. So that piece of seitan there, right? And whatever else is in there, 58 grams of protein. Not bad at all. I haven't converted, but I was talking to my management earlier and we're just having general conversation or whatever, and they were like, how's it going or whatever. And I said, you know when you don't know something, you kind of like dismiss it, you stick to what you know. But now doing this, I now know more. So I know that I could have, I don't, like every meal doesn't have to be meat. To get my protein, I don't have to eat meat all the freaking time. So it's just kind of, it's opened my eyes in that sense. So yeah, I probably will have some vegan meals in there. I'm not saying I'm not gonna cut out meat because I've been craving Morley's chicken wings. So I'm not gonna cut out meat completely, but I'll have some vegan meals in there because it's not, they don't taste awful as what most people think. Secondly, would I recommend anyone to do it? Yes, 100%.
Final words. A lot of people have the misconception that being vegan automatically makes you healthy. I've seen a lot of very unhealthy vegans. And I was watching one video of a girl who was doing the vegan diet. She did it for 30 days as well. And she was just talking about, you know, increasing the amount of vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. And just like, you're so focused on the greens and the greens and the greens that you're not focused on the actual macronutrient balance that you need. You're just thinking, oh, it's healthy because you're just eating fruit and veg kind of thing. So definitely track. Like you need to understand it, you need to track, you need to see where your protein's coming from, you need to understand it and then realize, because if I didn't track it and I just carried on exactly how I did on that first day, I would be under eating like crazy. But it's been an interesting one. It's been a very interesting one. That is it for this video. I'm gonna chow down on this before it gets cold. If you did enjoy this video, as always, hit the like button, smash the thing, yeah. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Smashed it again, mate. Smashed it again. Very tasty. Flavors.
Say it again, say it again. You're saying you're sorry, so say it again.